Dome, dome, dome. All right, hold on. Everybody just stop, okay? God, I grabbed the ugliest, beat up, washed up, dirty, fallen in the pool, chlorine stain, sweat stain, rock salt on my dirty hat I could find. Good for me. Well, you know what? If that's the worst of my problems I'm doing, hold on. Oh, whoosah. I gotta guess. You have no idea what I did to get here. I got Ashley in my ear, and she answered the phone 10 seconds before we clicked on. I got everything set. I think I'm in good shape. Nobody's here. It is literally just me. I didn't have time to reset the jar or anything. You know what? We'll just play along like it is. Someone will drop in a blue diamond and blow that stuff out of there. No one guessed who the $2 whore was anyway. So, welcome to the Bottom of the Glass program. It is Thursday, April 13th. The show tonight is starring you guys. Yeah, I'm just narrating. That's all I'm going to do is I'm going to narrate and navigate, and the show can be about you guys tonight. I don't mind at all. Gen X Mom is not with us right now. Would you like to know where she is? I'm sure you would, but before we do that, let me jump around in here. Staff members, moderators, I do not think that the Facebook deal looking through the window worked for some reason. So if it didn't work, then we'll just leave it alone. And we'll see where we're at. I don't know if we are. I thought we were, but I can't tell. You're going to have to tell me. Somebody's going to tell me if we're up and running on there. It didn't seem like we were, but what do I know? Oh, okay. So, let's see. Joey Goat, a member for 1 month. Was I the $2 whore? Joey, you were not, and you still are not. The $2 whore is still in the jar. Been thinking of some real creative ways to do some stuff. Like, here's something I was thinking about. What if I printed a picture of the $2 whore, and every time you guys dropped in $2 and it was wrong, you didn't guess it, that I peeled a sticker off and unveiled from a picture like, over here or something. I unveiled it one picture at a time until you guys got the full picture plus the one being dropped. I don't know. I was thinking of some stuff. I didn't do anything, but I didn't do any of those things. I won't say I didn't do anything. I've been doing lots of things, but nothing pertaining to that. I didn't follow through on that idea. So, I don't know. A lot of things going on in the old Deuteriner's mind, a lot of wherefores and what have yous, a lot of facets, a lot of things. But thankfully, I'm sticking to a strict alcohol regiment, and I'm keeping everything focused. Yeah, because that's what I do. Be himself. Dude, it's guys' night. Why bring up all the Mrs. things? Oh, staff and change the moderators change it. Why bring up all the Mrs. things? Well, I don't know that I did. Did I already start bringing up her stuff? Well, I think I'm going to. She's not here tonight. No, she's not. Let's see before we get into this. Who is in here tonight? I Hate Fucks is in here. Diver Monkey. Lionheart looks like he's swinging a wrench. Two Bear looks like he's got a big blue wrench. Slim Pickin', the lovely, the ever-present, the always classy Mrs. Four Watton has decided to join us. Joey Gouda, Disney Mama Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama's chiming in. That means that she's back in the game, which is good. Kevin Grimes, Dagner D, 94, watching only the 27th. 94. Danger D. He goes 94 watching and only 94 people watching and only 27 likes. Yeah, we don't get very many likes. That's true. Have you guys ever, do I ever hit the like and subscribe and join in the bell and all that? I forget to do that all the time. I often forget to do the PayPal thing, which is a big deal, and I forget that too. I'm sorry. I know there is an algorithm side to what we do. There is a financial side to what we do, and I often forget. So I was running around to the very last second. I did the Chris Collinsworth right in sideways. So one moment, if you please. I did get some water, but it's in my wife's deal. This is not my leopard print thing. This is hers. Yeah, that's awful. That is sink water. That is not hose water. That is not refrigerated Hawaiian water. That is just sink water. But I was in a hurry. All right. Everybody calm your tits and dicks. We'll be right there in a second. So where are we at? I Hate Fuck says you don't whore yourself out, but we all do it for you. Well, thank you, I Hate Fucks. I appreciate that. And before you ask, I did not get to the list. I Hate Fucks is going to be tapping his fingers, going, "Hello, dude. Hello." Like how I'm doing that sound effect. Like how I lined my fingers up on there, but I'm doing it on the table. See? Oh, yeah. See how I did that? Yeah. That is what a trained broadcast professional can do on the spur of the moment. Yeah, we can ad-lib, we can improv. Not only was I visually improv, I was audio improving. No, I know. You guys should all feel lucky that you have such a trained and talented and gifted broadcast professional at the helm. And that's me, by the way, in case you were wondering who I'm talking about. I'm talking about this guy right here. That was pretty good. Anyway, I Hate Fucks to be wrapping his fingers going, "Where's the list? Where's the list?" I didn't do it yet. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Calm down. I'll do the list. All right. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama, over here reading in between the sheets. For those of you who don't know what the sheets are, there is a separate monitor to my left, to your right, and we have. I think I've got Ashley. I think I have Ashley between the sheets tonight, and there's a separate monitor. She's reading what you're typing. She's reading your stuff, and she's going to copy and paste the cool stuff and put it over here for me to read, because if I'm telling a story up here, I can't read what's going on down there. So I'm talking, and every now and then she's in my ear right here, and I'll look over and look Google Documents or Google Sheets, whatever this is. She's in between the sheets, and I will get caught up on some of the stuff you wrote. Now, if you write stupid shit, you're going to get banned from the live stream. You're going to get kicked out, and that's happened before. If you write something cool, something poignant, then just wait around. I'll get to it. I finish the sheets before I leave the live stream. I go through everything, so just be patient with me. All right, doing the best I can, but I'm working one-handed here because Gen X Mom is not around. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama, member for 8 months. Love you, Pop Pop. It's been longer than 8 months, but that's okay. Don't look now, General. Your handsome is showing well, Disney Mama Sammy Joe. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm settling in. Yes, I'm settling in. All right. Trippy Pineapple, I like your cup. It's sexy. Come on, man. You know this is not mine. You know this is Gen X Mom's. She holds in all the staff meetings. She's got this one. This is hers. It is not mine. It was the closest one to grab. It's Trippy Pineapple. What an asshole. But he's on staff, so I can't really do much about it. Ron Knight, $20, turn a whole screen orange. Just wanted to say good evening and happy birthday to my oldest, Elizabeth. So proud of her. 18 today. Got herself a 34 on the ACT at the age of 15. And this past year, a 1580 on the SAT. One very proud dad here, as you should be. Those are big accomplishments. Those actually count for something. That means you're doing something right, and so is she. Hard work will pay off in the end, and you guys know that. All right. I can't tell in the comments if you guys are talking to me or talking to each other. So I'm just going to continue on with the program unabated. Now, where was I? I had something I wanted to say. I'm not even getting to my book of lies. I don't even know that I will get to the book of lies, and I will be more than happy to tell you why. I didn't write any tonight, but I did manage to grab some pictures. Let's see if we can scramble over here and show you guys in living color what's going on. Where is Gen X Mom right now? She is at the state award. Well, San Joaquin region. I guess that's where they're holding it, but it's the state dinner. There's a banquet tonight, and the kid is there. He gets a pin. He gets a certain state pin that goes on top. If he unzipped his jacket and pulled his jacket open, he has pins all down both sides on the inside. Every award, every pin he's earned, everything he's accomplished in the last 4 years is there. But if he gets this certain state pin, which he's getting tonight, he can wear it above his name, and then below it, he removes all pins, and they all go on the inside of his jacket. In other words, if you get to the level where you get this one certain pin, then you put all your other ones away. When people see that you've got that, they're like, oh shit, good job. So remember, when you see him, go, oh shit, good job. Because tonight there's going to be a lot of kids walking around after this is over, shaking hands and let the music playing, going, oh shit, good job. I don't think he could ever hear that enough. So just remember that if you want to send him an email, you want to send him an audio message to his email, you can do that. But it's a big deal. He's worked 4 years. He's worked very hard all 4 years just so he can get that pin and hear, oh shit, good job. So don't miss out. Don't miss out on your opportunity to, oh shit, good job, the kid, because that's something he's worked really hard and he deserves it. And the first one that will be giving him that is his mother, who is there with him at the banquet tonight. As soon as he comes back from on stage, I'm sure she will give him a very personal, loving, oh shit, good job. And then he can continue on with his evening. That's one. That's one thing. What's the other one? Where am I at here? Yeah, this is the thing. She sent me this, and he's doing the South Valley Awards banquet. That's where he is, and he'll be there for an hour or so. And I think the last one is, oh, yeah, he's got his girlfriend. A lot of you know his girlfriend. She's getting an award, too, but she's not getting the cool award, so she will not be hearing, oh, shit, good job. She doesn't get that kind of award. She's getting something smaller because she hasn't been doing FFA as long. But that's where they all are. That's what's going on tonight. They're all over at that location doing that thing. But I'm here being a lovely and gracious and wonderful host for everybody. No thanks needed. You're welcome. You're welcome, America and Denmark. I've forego some of those conclusions just to arrive here at this seat. Ash Irrelevant. What is a Gen X, i.e., what DOB is Gen X? Well, a date of birth, Generation X, loosely translated, is 1964 to 1979. I always round up to 1980. Why? Because I can. I think it's kind of cooler to include that year, but some people don't agree with me. But that's it. If you were born during that year, someone sent something that I thought was funny. I think I posted it on the staff thread because, you know, millennials come right after Generation X. You got Generation X, then millennials, then Generation Z. And early millennials very much associate, very much behave like, were very much raised like Generation X. So they call themselves Zennials. No M for millennial. They put the X there, and they're Zennials. Not a Z. No, not a Z. An X, like xylophone. And so there was a graphic today or yesterday. It said Zennials are just Generation X with less wrinkles. Zennials are Generation X with less wrinkles. I thought that's probably accurate. There's a lot of them that behave like us. They act like us. They talk like us. We welcome them across that line in the sand. Come over and join us. We're not afraid to have you over here, but the less wrinkle things bugs me just a bit, doesn't it, you? All right, Joey Gouda. People in here are generally nice overall. It's a great crowd. How's the spring cleaning coming along, General? Slow. We kind of just, I'm not saying that we're dodging icebergs, but we're trying some new stuff and trying to ramp up. We'll get to that in a minute. I expect this to be a little bit longer of a show if possible, but we've tried to, you don't want to say you're revamping yourself. We're not changing anything. Gen X Talks, the way the kid has it, is a good, solid core of what we're doing. You know, on all the platforms, there's certain places that get nostalgia pictures, and then some get videos, and some get live streams. The community section in YouTube is great because it has a lot of personal stuff that you members, anybody in green, you guys get to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff. You guys get to see stuff nobody else gets to see, which is fun. And then on top of that, we have there's other things in there like those polls that we're doing for the best band ever and all the discussions. Those bring a lot of people. We get 10,000 votes on those things in a day. And it didn't used to be that way. 6 or 8 months ago, it was 10,000 votes in a week. It took a week to calculate all the votes up to 10,000, then we'd roll it over to the next poll. Now we're getting them in a day, sometimes maybe a day and a half. So we're not revamping ourselves, but what we're doing is we're turning it up a little bit. We're making sure that we're still consistent, strong, and moving forward. And whatever we're doing on the platforms, we just want to keep doing it. We're not increasing anything. I know that's going to break Low Torque's heart. Low Torque's on staff here, and he's the Rumble King, the Rumble King extraordinaire. I know he wants to put more on Rumble, exclusive on Rumble, be on Rumble, live on Rumble, but it's not turning out to be as easy as we thought. However, I did bend the knee a little bit to Low Torque, mainly because he's whiny. I've never had anybody whine quite like Low Torque. And so as you know, we talked about that there was a few videos, a new thing called the 2-minute drill. Just we explained what the 2 minutes are. Minutes, sometimes they're a touch longer, but he wanted those to go exclusively on Rumble, which we said no, but he did get them first. Well, another one went up. I don't know if I've got that one. Maybe I do or not. Let's see. Do I have a picture of that one? I do. Okay, that's a little bit off screen right there. That one, they all have the same picture, and it's the same picture, 2-minute drill. Only the title's different. See, that one says judgmental much, and there was 4 that dropped the first night. There was 4 out there, and he got 1 today, and there's 2 more coming down the pipe. They should, when we get to 3 or 4. They'll drop on YouTube, they'll drop on Facebook, usually in the middle of the night, where you guys can wake up in the morning and say there's a couple minutes long each. But there is one on Rumble right now. No one has it. It's not anywhere. In fact, it's not even scheduled to be anywhere yet. But if you want to see a 2-minute thing on that one that came out before anybody else gets to see it, Low Torque stole it from us and posted it on Rumble. So if you know how to get to Rumble and you know which page it's on, there it is, and you can go and sign up for that, and that way you get a little notice when things pop up. Although I'm not sure how that works on Rumble. Do you guys get a notice if a new video goes up? Does it say something to you guys? Does it give you a little bell or a little green symbol? You know, pung. Does it do? I don't know what it does, but anyway. So even if you don't know, now you do. It's over there. Pung pung boom. It almost sounded like ho ho ho, green giant. Not that anybody knows what that is. I'm just saying. All right. Oh, boy, Loud One tried to empty that jar. How do I know? Because there's blue diamonds in the jar, and over here it says Loud One, $21. People today have been a struggle. So podcast sponsorship was paid today, even though I still don't have an invoice. So now you can go back to messing up my intro. Well, you know what? God damn it. Fuck off. Hold on. No, I'm serious. You guys just wait a sec. I'm totally serious. Hold on. This one. I'm serious. He's going to call me out like that with that shit. Then I've got it here somewhere. Hey, God damn it. This one. God, fucking blessed. I've got it. Oh, Two Bear wrote that one. Hold on. Okay. All right. See, give me shit about Loud One and go, paid the invoices even though I don't have an invoice. I've got them right here, man. I've got them. These are the invoices. But I have to figure out because... God, this is hard to explain. Okay, we did these, remember? But you gave us money because when you and I were splitting that cost in Vegas, remember? And you were giving me money, and I was paying the hotel, and we were splitting the money. And there was a cost for the food, and the cost for the bartender's tip, and all this shit. So, and then you were also paying for the sponsorship. So I'm trying to make the invoices, and my wife is sending the invoices, but she's not breaking them down correctly. So now it's kind of a clusterfuck, and I got to go back and figure out which ones were which ones so I can send the invoice. Don't act like I'm not working on it. I'm fucking working on it. And he's like, I'm waving him. He goes, yeah, those are the invoices, little American flag. Yeah, no shit, they're the ones. I'm working on it. Would you like me to quit the live stream? Should we just turn off the live stream right now where I can get back to the invoices? God damn son of a bitch. I'm trying to get the shit done, but it's not fucking easy. And then you can't... Oh, I'm sorry. Did you think that I could just turn this over to Gen X Mom? Is that what you thought? Did you see how she printed Josh Maddox's best bar ever shirt? I don't even know if I still have that on here. Let's see. Wait. Best bar shift, best movie, hold up, this podcast, best bar ever. There it is. Yeah. Okay. You want my wife to help with the invoicing, okay? This is what she did for best bar ever shirt. Yeah. Best ever bar. She didn't even get them in the right order. She didn't notice it when she printed it. She didn't know it when she cut it. She didn't know when she heat pressed it. She didn't notice it when she packaged it. And she didn't notice it when she mailed it. But the woman who does this, you want me to put her in charge of making an invoice that is going to take me a few minutes to figure out. I don't think so. No, we're not doing that. Just I'll take care of it myself as soon as I can. But see, this gives Loud One leverage, because now if I actually don't get it done very soon, I'm going to have to like mention his goddamn company's name in the podcast 11 times as I go along, just out of, pure guilt, if nothing else. All right, I'm getting off the topic of Loud One and his trucking company. I got so many things in my... Stop doing that, Tim. You got me all flustered for about 5 fucking minutes. Looking over here between the sheets, I got Todd Liston. General, you ever get that USB extender we spoke about? Yeah. I had one. Wait. Nope, that's not it. I did have one sitting here, and it wasn't the it was the USB to Cat 5. But here's the problem, and this is funny. We were talking about this in Discord one day, and we weren't in a private channel. We were in a video room, one of those things there, and I forget who I was talking to. I think it was just a couple staff members that were in there. And then all of a sudden, other people saw that we were in there, and it didn't say private room, so they joined. And it turns out a couple cool cats, Todd, I think was one of them, was listening to what we were talking about. And you guys know that when Gen X Mom's camera's on, and she's all the way in her office, and we run a 50-foot USB cable with a booster built in, her camera still flickers about once every minute. It's kind of annoying. So we're like, all right, we got to figure out how to do this. Well, Todd was one of the guys. There's a couple of guys in there that came up with this, but there's a converter, your little converter cable that goes from USB to Cat 5, just your Cat 6 cable, just your regular Ethernet cable. And that's supposed to carry the load and not drop any signal. All right. So now we're on to that. So in the meantime, we took her camera and we plugged it in directly to the computer because, on the Saturday show, she sits right there across this lovely, beautiful dining room table. Yeah, she sits right here, and her camera still flickered. Not nearly as much. Maybe once every 3, 4, 5 minutes, but I did catch it, just a quick flicker. You guys might not even notice it. Maybe some of you do. And so now I'm like, what the fuck, man? This shouldn't be doing this. We're just using the cable that came with the camera. She's 4 feet from me, and then all of a sudden the Gen Z kid goes, "That's the one Mom dropped." I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? And then he reminded me that when we were doing the baking show, Mom's cooking show in December, I had paid for a couple more cameras to get the cool camera angles, and Gen X Mom, with her big, not so fat, natural wide ass, was trucking through there with all of our cables and tripods and lights and microphones, and she just pong her ass. Pong. It made that fucking noise. Pong. She hits the tripod, down goes the camera, and it bounced. I mean, pong, twice. Kid picks it up, and he literally had to shake it to get it working again, and it did. Brand new camera. Brand new. And she knocked it over. Couldn't blame it on the granddaughter. Couldn't blame it on the dogs running through there. Nope, it was my wife. So he thinks that that's the camera, so we got to swap out cameras, but that just means that won't be a camera we can ever really use and rely on, even though I bought it with the intent of it making its way into the studio. We're not going to be able to use that one just because it glitches. But we can still use it for the cooking show. Yes, I'm still doing a cooking show with the kid. Gen X Mom is picking up some recipe that has... I told her, get a recipe for us to cook that had like 4 ingredients, because she wants to do the full meal deal for you guys on a Saturday. She's got an apron for me. She got a chef hat for me. She wants more cameras set up in that with more lights, more microphones, and then where she could just use this. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. We have a stream deck. So once we have all the cameras in here, then she can sit and watch what we're doing in the same room, and she can just push a button switching between camera, and different angles, down on the food or whatever. And she wants to do the full meal deal. She wants us to have she wants it to be like an hour and a half show or 2-hour show. And she doesn't think I can do this. She doesn't think I can pull this off. She's getting some sort of a recipe that has like 30 ingredients where you pre-mix and pre-weigh and pre-do and then chill this and heat that. I'm like, just bring it on. I don't give a shit what it is. I got this. I can read, okay? I can read when it says medium flame. I know what medium flame is. When it says preheat an oven, I know what preheating an oven is. Actually, I don't know what preheating an oven is. There's no such thing as preheating an oven. There is not. I don't know why you women always say, well, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. No, you're heating the oven to 350 degrees. You're just heating it. It's at 0, and it's going to go to it's at room temperature, and it's going to go to 350. That's not preheating something. That's heating something. The instructions say heat the oven to 350. There's no such thing as preheating. Unless I have a ball of warmth in my hand that I can open the door and shove it in the oven, there's no such thing as preheating. Every direction on every frozen burrito from here to Timbuktu is wrong. It's not preheat anything. It's heat the oven to 350. But I digress. I'll back up. I'll calm down. I'll shut up. I'll lower my... I know how to preheat an oven. Okay? I know what all the terminology means. But she wants to throw in things that she doesn't think I know. She goes, well, if it says put a pinch of salt in. I said, I know how much a pinch is. She goes, what's a dollop? I said, it's a medical term when you have something stuck on the inside of your ass. She goes, no, that's a polyp. And I said, okay, a dollop is, I don't know. I would guess a dollop, if I had to say, is probably like this big. You know, a little scoop of whipped cream or mayonnaise, or, you know, because whipped cream and mayonnaise always go hand in hand. That's why I thought of them. You know, it's a dollop is probably about that big. Anyway, so she's throwing out these things she doesn't think that I know what they are. I know what they are. I can figure it out. It's not that big a deal. And she's like, well, there's going to be things where you have to mix things and pre-mix things and do stuff. I'm like, I can do all that. I can get all that done. If I can read what it says, I'm going to nail this. I don't even know what it is I'm making yet. The kid and I are going to do it together. So between the two of us, we're going to nail this. It's going to be perfect. She's full of shit. And we're supposed to be laying some sort of a heavy, heavy bet on if I can actually pull this off. Now, I don't know if you guys are involved in the bet of yes or no. She hasn't told me what the terms are, but I guarantee you it is something badonkadonk and naked related. I guarantee that's what it is, because that's the only thing I'm interested in a bet. On her side, she can want a dinner out at Tahoe Joe's. She can want a new pair of socks, whatever she wants. But I know what's on my end of the bet. If she actually pulls this and says, all right, we're doing then I'm in. We're doing the bet, I'm in. I already got my side figured out. So, yeah, what was I fucking saying? It was about that. I got all sidetracked, and Cattywampus on saying, boom, boom, boom. And whoever's in here erased the last thing that was up there. The last thing would have given me some sort of clue to what I was talking about, because I was trying to bring this full circle. Oh, the camera? That was one of them. Ash, put up the last thing. Go undo your thing. Put up the last thing that was up there. And we're waiting on Ashley. And Ashley's not paying attention. And Ashley's not doing anything. All right, so we can all end the program. There we go. Just back that thing up. Oh, yeah, clever. That's good. Go. She kissed my ass. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted it to say. I guess I'm not... She just... Oh, for God's sakes. Okay. So you don't talk about the camera. Oh yeah, that was it. There was the USB camera. That's how we got up on the thing. So we are going to have to get at least one more camera to do it, but the glitchy one will probably be okay for one of the many camera angles, because we won't be on that one the whole time. So that'll work out well. You know, Ash, you should never kiss my ass. You don't say that to the boss. And there's nobody else here. The kid's not here. Gen X mom's not here. I'm the jefe. I'm the top dude right now. You don't say kiss my ass. Ashley, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame on you and your whole family. Kiss my ass. Yeah, I do still love you. All right. So that's Todd was helping out. We had some good ideas about the camera until we found out the camera wasn't working anyway the way it's supposed to. So that idea that they came up about the Cat 5 cable will probably work. Big full circle. Wham, we're right back where we started, which is where you want to be. You're welcome, America and Denmark. All right. Alan, so Gen Z Kid is getting a pin for winning state. They finally figured out who won FFA state. No, they, I think the Parley Pro tournament he was in, the way it sounds is that their team did place high enough to move on. They know that the judges messed up a lot on there, and they've admitted that, but they're leaving the results the way they are. Just like when an umpire calls a ball a strike and a strike a ball, when he calls a foul ball a fair ball, you just have to live with the results. That's the way they're going with it. The bad part is it's not like for the kid you can say, hey, it's all right, get him next year. There is no next year. He pushed in all his chips on this one. He had his heart set. He was really working with his team and trying and doing extra stuff, working with each kid on there, trying to get them strong in what they were supposed to be doing. And then to have it taken away by something as dumb as the judges fucking it up, about killed him. He did say, he came up to me last night, he said, I'm done with school. He got back from spring break. He goes, I'm going to miss FFA. I'm going to miss my teachers. Well, there's one teacher he's not going to miss, but he's going to miss his FFA teachers. He said, I'm going to miss the students in FFA, all the grade levels, all the stuff. He goes, I'm just tired of doing math. I'm tired of doing, homework. I'm tired of going class to class. He goes, I'm done. He's not, he's not mad. He goes, it's just, I'm a little burned out on it. So I can be done with school. He goes, I wish I had more FFA. I might try to do some other stuff, but he wants to be done with the whole thing. And you're going to get a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth when he did the Buford the goat thing at the fair, and then the judges didn't even pay attention. One judge says, oh, your goat is too skinny in the back. The next round, the other judge, oh, your goat's too fat in the back. And the same day, And then the one guy comes up for the presentation on how Buford is behaving, and he didn't even look at him. He just scanned around. He looked at the first 3 goats and kids pretty close. The other 9, it wasn't just Gen Z. The other 9, he goes, okay, you guys are done. These 3 are ahead. Everybody go back. Never even looked at them. He was supposed to walk up and judge each one individually. Never did it. It was the FFA program as a whole and their judging stuff really let him down. He's a little disheartened. In fact, this will cost FFA some because there are a lot of kids. A lot of kids became disenchanted. A lot of them said, I'm out. A lot of them quit. A lot of them didn't want to participate. And there's a ton that are not going to come back to the fair this next year with animals. You can come back one more season, one more round after you graduate. And the kid wanted to. He says, I want to do a goat. I'd like to do a pig. I want to put a competition in for the floral arrangement thing. My wife wanted to do a needlepoint thing. She had a really super complicated needlepoint thing that she wanted to do. There was a ton. And after the judges got done, there were so many kids and parents that were upset. The kid just goes, Dad, I don't want to do it anymore. Now, I waited. It's been a long time. I waited. It's been, 7-8 months now. And I didn't bring it up. And then I brought it up again the other day. And I just said, hey, so you still feel like you don't want to do it? Or you kind of get past all the hurt feelings? You want to, if you want to do this, we'll get a go. We'll do it again. We'll do some stuff. And he just goes, no. He says, I'm going to pass. He goes, I just don't want to do it again this year, which is, it's upsetting for me as a parent because he was so into FFA and the fair and the goats, and just to have those judges, and they hire those judges out, and they're just trying to get through their day. They get paid the same amount of money if they take their time. They don't care. They just blew right through it. They're like, yeah, okay, whatever. And everybody was just like, what are you doing, man? You got to do this. You got to be fair. Give the kids have worked really hard for this. Give them a little time, and they just didn't care. My wife was upset. Some of the other parents were upset. The teachers were upset. All the kids were. And for what? You're a teacher, you're an educator or a judge. You have to do with the lives of these kids. We're shaping these kids' lives, trying to show them, you put forth your best effort and there can be a reward, or you put forth your best effort and there can be failure. You don't know if you're going to win, lose, or draw, but you got to try as hard as you can and see what happens. About the only thing that can get fucked up in that is if the kid tries as hard as he can and then doesn't get judged. He has no idea if he got a success, a failure. He'll never know because they didn't do their job. If he would have failed because of failure, I could have sat him down and said, well, that's what happens. Hey, you didn't make it. If he would have won, that would have been a whole different thing. But to try that hard for all those months and then not even have anybody take the time of day to look at the work you did, to have those judges not look at the work he put in, or the other kids. There was a ton of other kids. It wasn't just him. It was completely unfair. Everybody tells me that our county fair is corrupt. I don't know. I've never seen any direct evidence of that, but there's sure a lack of interest. You know, they don't follow up. The fair doesn't come in here and say, hey, judges, we're not paying you if you don't do a fair job, if you don't do your job. Nobody's following through on that. They don't care. There's some good old boy sitting with his feet up in an office and, you know, things that should take 7 hours to judge. You know, your judge comes in after 2.5 hours and says, well, I did all 7 hours in 2.5 hours. Give him my check. I'm getting in my car and heading home. They're gone. I mean, I don't know if it works exactly like that, but that's how it felt. It was just bad. And luckily, and the good news is that it didn't dissuade him from FFA entirely. He still would like to be an FFA teacher. He would like to teach at another school opposite of the teacher he has now, in competition with the teacher he has now. He'd like that very much. You know, he's got a lot of his classes out of the way. He signed up for college classes, so we can still travel this summer, you know, online courses that he can do to get some of his basic core classes out of the way and still be able to go and do all the stuff that Gen X Talks is going to participate in. He really wants to do it. He really wants to be an FFA teacher. So no matter how bad it got, and maybe part of it is he's just not going to let it happen on his watch. He's the type of kid who's going to be a teacher and go in there and say, you know, I'm going to walk in there and not let those judges screw the kids over. I'm not going to let those judges get away with not doing their job. Perhaps that's what he's going to do. Maybe it fired him up a little bit. I don't know. I truly do not know. Hydration break. Everybody drink. So, Alan, no, they didn't figure out who won. I don't think they're ever going to. I don't think they care. They've just kind of moved on. George Lish, you're raising your kid well, sir. Hopefully he'll leak some classified CIA intel in the future. Maybe he will. Joey got a $5. Keep that whiskey flowing. Slam some shots for me. Salutes, Gen X family. I might start drinking in a minute. I do have the decanter right here. Jennifer V, I've watched the drills and love them. Oh, the 2-minute drills. I got to tell you, Jennifer, I don't have much feedback on that at all. In fact, hang on. I don't think I've gotten any direct feedback. Well, the staff, you know, but I don't think I've had anybody give me any feedback on the 2-minute drills so far. There's 5 out. We did 4 drop the other day. We put 1 out today. I don't know. Maybe they'll take off. They're literally just for your dancing and listening pleasure, because you can't make money. It's like on YouTube. You know how much money you make on a 2-minute video? Nothing. It's not small enough to fit into the shorts category, so you get no shorts participation. And YouTube only pays you if you have an 8-minute video. You have to have over 8 minutes or over to get into their advertising. Now you can get like pennies, you know, you can get a few pennies here and there, but to get $1, you got to be over 8 minutes. So the $2 one is absolutely the worst video, the worst length video you could ever produce from a financial standpoint. But again, it's not what it was for. It was a shot at creating maybe something that people would watch. Maybe because they're so small, they'd pass them around. Nobody wants to pass around a 30-minute video to their buddy and go, hey, man, look at this. Fuck that. It's 30 minutes long. I'm not watching that. But 2 minutes, 3 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark, maybe there's a sweet spot where people would be passing it around, and maybe it would bring some more attention to the kids' channel. That's all it's for. You know, it's venting information and context from live streams, from shit that I say, trying to condense it to a point where you guys can use it. That's, you know, pass it around and say something, but that's it. That's all it's for. And now you know what I know. Loud One, $21. Send my damn. Here we go again. You know what, Loud One? You know what, Loud One? One more outburst out of you, and I'm feeling a change coming on here at Gen X Talks. I'm feeling that maybe the sponsorship price, the luxury of being part of our audio podcast, might double. I'm feeling some value change going on here, just like my wife during free agency at our contract renewal, which you guys call an anniversary. Uh-oh, what do we got here? And was that another phone call? It says, Ashley, you still on here? Yeah, you're okay. She's here. Dum. I don't know who that was. It beeped in my ear and then it went away. All right, whatever. Mrs. 4 Watton, $5. You don't expect mom to pick up all those papers. Oh, yeah, absolutely. She bailed on me tonight, and I was in a moment of frustration. I wouldn't have been in that moment of frustration about the invoices, about the papers, if she had just done them correctly the first time. As you guys heard, if you guys listen to the audio podcast, you already know that this is her fault. If you guys listen to the audio podcast that just came out, 100% this invoicing mess is her fault. And I explained it very clearly on there. I'm not going to explain it again. But because I got to go in here and listen to it, loud one, fuck with me on here, and I got mad and yes, she's going to pick it up. This is her mess, Mrs. 4. This is completely 100% her problem. Okay? I wouldn't be in this position of the frustration level I'm at. And how come you're not worried about that, Mrs. 4? How come you're worried about a few papers on the ground that are her fault? Why aren't you worried about her getting me upset or Loud One getting me upset? How come no one's worried about me having a heart attack live on television right now? Nobody seems to care about that. Oh, everybody's got all these feelings for Loud One, these feelings for Gen X Mom, picking up some papers. What about the guy who's about ready to have a coronary? No love for that guy. No. We just tell that guy he's an asshole and move on. That's all you guys do. You're just a bunch of lollygaggers when it comes to walking down that path of sympathy. You lollygag over to yelling at me. You lollygag over to screaming at me. And then you lollygag down the long pier to the end of the dock and just stare off into the ocean when it comes time to have sympathy for the old guy. All right. Noted. I'm Mrs. 4, I'm watching you. Looking right at you, baby. Looking right at you. All right. Joey Gala. Shut up. I said that whole thing with a straight face. I did it. I was trying not to laugh the whole time, and I pull. Look at that. Do you see that dedication? That's acting, baby. That's acting. Need an Oscar for that one. KG Texas, $2. Everybody trying to figure out who the $2 whore is, and nobody can. All right. Let me see if I can. Can I make that bigger for you guys? You guys are such babies about this. There, I think that's as big as I can make the damn jar. If you can't tell who's in there, that's on you guys. You guys clear it out. Somebody clear it out and then try again. I'll leave it like that for a little bit. There's the jar, the tip jar. KG Texas, $2. Dungy's fun. Dung is fun. $2. My girlfriend called me tripod. Is that bad or good? Oh, that's good. Yeah, if your Johnson hits the floor and it makes you look like you're a human tripod, you're in good shape, my man. That's good. Not so good if it's your dog, especially when guests are over, but different story. Joey got it. There's a few people who ain't green, but overall, I've seen so many members here all at once. Yeah, there's a ton of members. Everybody who has the white name just hasn't come over to the dark side yet. You have not joined the cult that is that to become an extra. If you want to become an extra, if you want to join the cult, you got to be green, man. Green or go home, or green means go, or I don't know. The Hulk's green, and everybody likes the Hulk. All right, Wing One. General, I love the tour of your awesome garage paradise. Wing One, thank you. That didn't work out as well as I thought it was going to. And it was really cool that my wife wanted to walk around with the camera and do some stuff where I didn't have to hold it. We're figuring that out. But it was a lot of fun to do that. She is in agreement that everything that goes on now should be, absolutely be, the Facebook shows should all be in the garage, tinkering with stuff, the things that you guys wanted me to look at. I mean, we only covered like 5 stories, and there's 1,000 stories in the garage. That chain, that wooden chain link that was carved from one piece of branch that my grandfather did. You guys got a peek at my Harley. We talked about ratchets. We talked about what are good ratchets and bad ratchets, and I explained it to you. I even let you guys hear the difference. Now you guys, everyone who saw that show, you guys are now ratchet experts. Absolutely, with what I gave you there, that was some real behind-the-scenes man stuff, man code, and I gave it to you. You're welcome, America and Denmark. But thank you for saying so. Yes, it was a lot of fun. I think the Facebook shows in the garage are going to be a regular thing. They seem to be a hit. You know, we used to get, when the Facebook shows were at lunch, we were pushing, trying to get over 100 people watching, and then we started doing some nighttime shows. We get a couple hundred people, but these shows we've confidently been over 400 and between 500 and 600 people, and it's growing. It's only been a couple shows. So we're thinking that maybe people really have an interest, even if they're not participating in comments, but they're there and they're watching and they're looking and they're seeing. If we can get the numbers up, maybe the garage thing will turn out to be something cool. I promise you, I'm in no shortage of stuff to talk about. No. One dude we had a whiteboard that we rolled out of the garage, so I had room to walk around, and there was a drawing on it in a whiteboard with the little dry erase that I had left on there from like a month ago when I was teaching the kid the fundamentals of how a carburetor worked, because not a lot of people even know how carburetors work anymore. And this particular one was a carburetor from a generator, so the flow was a little different. But I drew it all out. I was explaining the fuel and the fuel cutoff and the float level in the bowl and how that stays, and then the Venturi effect of the air moving by. I was drawing it all out. And when I was done, the drawing was a little bit messy, a little bit complicated, but I just left it there. My wife walked up with the camera, and I told was going to tell everybody what it was, what the picture was, what I was doing. And one guy said, if you guys can tell me what I was drawing, because it wasn't a very good drawing, you can tell what I was drawing, we'll send you a Best Bar Ever shirt. I'm telling you, the dudes that were on there, it took like 12 seconds. The third person guessing got it right. Absolutely. I don't know how they got that from that. But I mean, I don't know, man. The garage shows are just a weird animal. And I'm starting to like the idea of just hanging out and talking with people that are interested. And it wasn't even like it was all guys. There was a ton of chicks in there that were talking about stuff and asking questions. It was really cool. I was digging it. King Wisenoak, cook us chicken fried steak. No, I can't do chicken fried chicken. Because no one knows if it's chicken fried. If he goes chicken fried steak, it's like battered steak. If he goes chicken fried something, it's battered something. But what if it's chicken fried chicken? No, because fried chicken isn't battered. You guys have not been able to tell me what chicken fried chicken would look like. If it's chicken fried, then it's fried chicken. If it's chicken fried steak, it's made differently. Chicken fried something else made differently, but not fried chicken. I'm not going to. There'd be no right answer. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing chicken fried stuff because there's no answer to what that even means. Beastly B, remember when you were young and your parents would make you go out and turn that damn antenna on the side of the house? If that didn't work, you had to go to the TV and knock the hell out of it. Yeah, ours on the roof, and when I lived at my grandparents' house in La Tuna Canyon in Sun Valley, California, we were just up from Wheatland a little bit on the right, and I'd have to go on the roof and turn this antenna, and my grandmother would be standing outside where she could see me and be able to see my grandfather in the house. So he would yell at her for me to turn it. She'd yell at me to turn it, and I would, and then she'd yell back, "How's that?" And then he'd yell back, and that's what we did. Mine was on the roof. That's where I spent my time. And then if it really messed up and you had a problem with the antenna, like the antenna went out or broke or just got corroded, jumper cables. Yeah, and I'm probably the only dude who knows that, but you could, especially as a bachelor, you could take jumper cables on the two parts of your antenna on the back. You pull coat hangers work well. Cut a coat hanger and screw the coat hanger so you have two coat hanger wire ends sticking up. But jumper cables, then you can take those jumper cables and they'll clip to drapes. You can clip them to drapes in different places, and now you got a pretty good antenna. You can at least pick up maybe 2 local stations depending on where you were. Yeah, it worked like that. Bachelor life. That was back when your stereo system and your TV and all your stuff was cinder blocks and a 2x6 and cinder blocks and a 2x6 and cinder blocks and a 2x6, and you put all your components in there. When you're poor and you're a bachelor, that's what you do. Then your TV would sit on top with the coat hangers and the jumper cables. Oh, yeah. You want to talk about a way to impress the ladies when you bring them over to your place. Let me tell you. Nothing makes a girl hotter than cinder blocks, 2x4s, and jumper cables. Let me tell you, I don't normally give away my secrets to success, but I felt you guys might need that one. Okay, fine. All right, I can't tell any more lies without drinking. Hang on. Do you know which decanter I've got? Do you guys recognize this one? No, it was not filled by the Sun Valley Fox. Not even close. I've given up on that venture. He's never going to fill like he's supposed to. This was my father-in-law's. and he was a bit of an alcohol. He was a bit of a connoisseur. That's a better word. And this came from his private bar that he had when he passed away. It stayed there for a long time. And then when my mother-in-law passed away, I ended up with this. No, I didn't steal it. I asked her if I could have it when she was unconscious on her last few moments of life. And I said, if I can have it, just lay there and don't speak a word. And she didn't move and she didn't say anything, which was a clear indication that I was allowed to have it. And off I went, took it, and just there I go. So very fair, very well played by me, wouldn't you say? Thank you very much. Take a bow for that one. A little. And here we are with one of the coolest decanters that I've ever had. And I think that was probably a very common one back. I'm going to guess maybe that was a late 60s one. That's what it looks like. I don't know that for sure. But I will tell you this, my father-in-law hated my guts. He never liked me. From as far back as you could remember, and our families knew each other from way back when. I was always the black sheep. I was always the kid in the principal's office. My wife and I have our 5th and 6th grade class pictures together. Her mom was a room mom for me. My mom was a room mom for her. So everybody knew each other. That guy never liked me at all, not even a little bit. But we both liked having a drink, and we both liked that decanter. So other than his beautiful, lovely daughter, outside of that, about the only thing we have in common was that decanter. So it does mean something to me. It is special. It's not something I will never auction off. I will never let it get broken. It does count for something. The alcohol inside could have been a bonding moment between myself and my brother-in-law. Could have been something the Sun Valley Fox and I had a heartfelt moment about with each other. But he refuses. He absolutely refuses. Even though when my mother-in-law died, in the will, it says, as the executor of the will, which he is, it specifically says he's supposed to keep my decanter filled with whiskey at all times. Turning over in her grave, weeping from heaven she is. Weeping from heaven, I say. I don't know. I went to a tarot card reader and said, can you please ask my mother-in-law? She's in heaven right now. And she says, no. I already heard. Your brother, her son, your brother-in-law is supposed to be doing this. I got a second opinion. And I was right. Yeah, that's the dedication I take. That's the levels I'm willing to go to make sure that things are flowing correctly. And right now, the only thing flowing is the whiskey from the decanter to my glass and now to me. So I raise this glass to you, the bottom of the glass nation, because that's what I'm part of with you guys. Here we go. Oh, salud, everybody. Salud. All right. Now, you know how this goes. I talk shit about the Sun Valley Fox. I say truth about the Sun Valley Fox. I can spread lies about the Sun Valley Fox. He has no idea how to comment in the comment section. He has no idea how to spend $1 and turn his name green. In fact, I don't think he's got a name. What he does is he yells across the room to his wife and has her text my wife, who's not here. So nobody's going to come running in the room and go, do you know what my brother said about you? Do you know what my brother said? No, I don't know what your brother said about me. I have no idea. I have no idea what the Sun Valley Fox is saying right now because he's 900 miles away and he can't turn his name green. He can't get a name. He's not in the comment section. I have no idea what he's saying. For all I know right now, he is fully agreeing with everything that has been coming out of my mouth. He could be complying at this very moment. He could be on the Bevmo website sending whiskey to my location right now. Or he could be on DoorDash sending whiskey to my location. I don't know. I have no idea. Now, we all know him. You guys have met him. We know him. He's not doing any of those things. Sitting back in his chair, yelling at a TV screen that's not yelling back. But that's just him. And that's if he's adjusted his medication correctly. He's old, so we don't know. But anyway, as long as I'm drinking with you guys, I'm fine. Does anybody figure out who the $2 whore is? Let's go see. Keith Giles, new member. Welcome to being an extra. I hope, please tell me that when Keith's name went by, you guys all said welcome. I can't see him in time. I'm not watching, but when a new member shows up and a new member, please make sure you guys welcome that person and say, welcome aboard. Thanks for getting on the bus. By the way, the doors are locked and we have no brakes. Let them know they made a mistake. I don't mind if you do that, but at least welcome them. Two Bear, $1.55, but he's still trying to figure out who the $2 whore is. 3FJ, hey, bud, first time comment from me. I like your stuff. Keep up the strong work. That's from 3FJ. Thank you very much, my man, for the comment, the compliment. Stick around if you can. Ash Irrelevant. Wait, FFA hasn't moved onto participation trophies yet. No. Surprisingly, they have not, that I've seen. The fair has. The fairgrounds gives a ribbon to anybody who walks through the door. But that not FFA. Mrs. Fort Watton, the lovely, the classy, the ever-present jewel of my life. Mrs. Fort Watton gifted 5 Gen X Talks membership to Terry Crow Dude, Walters Scott, Chipmunk Brandy, and Joe's Wobbly World. You 5 people can now go back. Not now. We're doing a show right now. Don't leave now. You can go back into the YouTube membership section, the community section, and now all of these things will have opened up where there might have been podcast and polling for like best band, best guitarist. This no. Now go look. Now you can go back a year and you can see so much stuff that was members only. All the cool shit that went on behind the scenes. You guys get to see it now too. Tori Randolph, General, can we take a vote on the General's dance party? Tori Randolph, General, can we take a vote on the General's dance party? No, because I don't know what you mean. James G gifted 5 memberships. Also, Not a Brat, Piggy in the Middle, Nate Alvarado, Chris Taylor, plays for the Dodgers, by the way. Bowling with Cotton Balls, which seems a little defeating. You guys also have memberships. Go check out the cool stuff. Loud One, $21. Fine. Buy whiskey. Stop whining already. Do you see that, Sun Valley Fox? Loud One stepped in, $21 just to shut me up. Plus, he likes fucking with the jar. He likes the jar getting all fucked. But he just like, okay, let's move on from the Sun Valley Fox and all of his bad habits. And we'll get all right. I'm done. You have bought the Sun Valley Fox some sanctuary and relieved him from his obligations for one more week. M. Martin Fan for Life, $19.99, terminal whole screen orange, for the kid for his effort. Remind him it's the effort that matters, not the reward. Nobody hits a home run their first time at bat. Steve Sachs did. Yeah, Steve Sachs played second base for the Dodgers in the 80s. His first major league at bat, I believe it was a home run. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a little confused right that. Steve Sachs, go look it up. Maybe I'm wrong. There's some sports aficionados in the group. Maybe you can double check my handiwork. Rowdy Bobby, 18, $2. Take a drink for me, General. I could use one. Yeah, Rowdy Bobby needs an alternator. I think he was trying to pilfer one off of another car. I think he needed an alternator for his car. So he called me. He's like trying to call me while he's under a neighbor's truck going, hey, if I steal this off my neighbor's Chevy, will it fit mine? I told him, yeah, and hurry. The Ore King, who else got one in there? Who gifted those? Shoeless Joe Jackson, the Shoeless One, gifted 5 memberships also. The Ore King, Bree Klinger, Julian Provost, Ben Dover, and Tiffany, another 5 people that can now be part of the membership program. Check out the cool stuff. KG Texas, $2. I know who it is. That's Mrs. T. I recognize that pic. It is Mrs. T. It is a younger picture of her. If you guys can see that, she is the $2 whore. She's got to be like 19 or 20 in there. Can you see like that one right over here, right about right there? Yeah, like the little green guy's looking down on her. That is a very young, still beautiful at any time zone. Mrs. T, she is the $2 whore, a very young Mrs. T. Nobody got it, and that was for $6,000 in Play-Doh money, but nobody got the answer. Nobody got Mrs. T, so we'll try again on the next Bottom of the Glass show. Mrs. Fort Watton, $20. Tomorrow is the first anniversary of the passing of BEMA Table Fund. I knew it was coming. I didn't remember what day it was. BEMA was my mother-in-law. I miss her very much. We were very close. My father-in-law and I are not very close, but my mother-in-law and I were extremely close. We spent a lot of time alone, conversating about all sorts of stuff. She was wise beyond her years with things. My mother-in-law had an ability to listen to me tell a story. Maybe it was something I was struggling with, maybe it was something I had a question on, and I would always open up and just to see her perspective. And she had a way of listening, dissecting what I was getting at, and within one sentence, maybe two, giving me the answer I needed. It was the most uncanny thing, because you would think that a mother-in-law would like to yammer on for 20 or 30 minutes about something, and she would tell stories about things, but when it was serious and it was something that I really needed help with, she was all business. And she was brilliant at looking at relationships, but man and wife, business relationships, friendships, and she could just cut through because she had seen so much. She had experienced so much. She'd been on this planet, 80 some years. You learn a few things when you've been around that long. She did. And I think without fail, I don't think there was one thing that I brought to her that she didn't have a strong answer for. And she was right. I don't remember her being wrong one time. Now, I'm sure she had her moments in life when she made a mistake and wasn't right, but I don't think she failed me, not once. And we even had things with my wife and I when I'd go up to her and I'd buy her lunch and I'd sit with her, no one else around but me and her, and I'd go, okay, your fucking daughter is just driving me nuts. And I'd have some complaint. Man, she cut right through it. If my wife was the problem, she would describe it and we'd move on. If I was the problem, she'd describe it and move on. She was amazing like that. You had to just be prepared to take what she said straightforward. Never with a grain of salt. You just take it straightforward and use it because she was giving you something valuable. If I was smart enough to listen, it worked. So tomorrow, Mrs. Four, I did not know that. I didn't realize that. But, wow, a year. It doesn't seem like it went by so fast. But thank you, Mrs. Ford. Tomorrow is the first anniversary of the passing of Bima. They called her Bima because she drank Jim Beam. True story. Everybody called her Bima. You had 3-year-olds calling her Bima because she drank. Ash Irrelevant, I really appreciate the fact that he reads my comments despite not having a colored name. Very different from the other streams I've ventured into. Permanent subscriber here now. Ash Irrelevant, when you post something, I will try to read them. If I'm here by myself, I will just try to read the comments as fast as I can. But Ashley, Mrs. Big Rig, Ashley's on staff here. She is catching these comments and she is copying and pasting them. I'll get to them. I don't mind. If she puts it up there, it's worth reading. That's a big thing. We got to remember that. All right. Where was I and what did I miss? Man, damn it. Goddamn kids. All right. So there was more. Let's go back to the pictures. We had pictures to talk about. All right. Yeah. So we know that my wife messed up the best bar ever and turned it into best ever bar. But there is something I want to show you. She has converted her office. You guys all know that she has a desk, which is in the far back there. And this table sticking out is her sewing table. I bought and assembled for her a sewing table, which rolls. And it's actually not too bad of a little portable sewing table. It's not made of oak or mahogany, but it's clean, it's neat, it's sturdy, and it functions, and it rolls. And she wheeled it over and extended the table on it, and now her printer can print things out that are 4 or 5 feet long, which means that she can print best bar ever like 12 times in a row, and then she can just cut and press and do her thing. She's really taken that office space and done well with it. She really has. What else is in here? Oh, this one's for you. This just shows you a little bit of what she does. After she gets done with the heat press, and her heat press is a fucking serious item. It draws a lot of juice. It used to trip breakers until I made a little adjustment there. But she does that, and it comes out clean. That's part of what she does. Every single shirt she makes for you guys that she does here, some we have to farm out. But if she does them here, she washes all the shirts, she dries all the shirts, she irons the shirts, then she prints everything, then she heat presses everything, and then she does them all herself and the packaging. So when they're all ready to ship, they go into a box like that. She has a little machine that does her postage here. So all we have to do, the kid or I, just take them to UPS and set them on the counter. We don't got to do anything. They're all ready to go. She weighs everything here by zip code, and she prints out a little sticker. The money comes right out of her account. She just does the things here. So when she does those, there's like another 10 or 12 or 13 ready to go, ready to be shipped to you. Now, some of you might have seen this on Patreon or on the member. This was a subscriber picture, a member picture. Not for everyone, so not everyone has seen this before. But I came home and I showed her that I bought her some dirt. And this is really good dirt. This isn't like just your regular topsoil they scraped off the ground that has weeds and grass. It doesn't have a lot of seeds in it. It doesn't have pesticides in it. This is like, 4 feet down, 5 feet down from a place where when you grab into that, the dirt right under the surface of that is so dark and so rich. I put some in my mouth and I chewed on it the other day. I could taste the nutrients. Oh, I could taste the nutrients in the earth. I should have been a farmer. That's how good I am at this. And she was mad. She took that picture. I'm like, I got you dirt. She was a little bit upset that I got her dirt as a gift. I didn't just I'm not just going to pile it in the living room in a pile. I'm not going to grow an ant farm in it. This is good dirt that's going to get hauled around back. I'm taking all of her garden beds and doubling their height. She's going to get some new soil on top. Then she's got fertilizer and topsoil going to go on that. Then we're going to mulch it all in. And this is really good dirt. I went out of my way to go get this specific dirt. And she just took a picture and goes, I can't believe you bought me dirt. And then she turned around and walked in the house. I thought dirt was a great gift. That dirt's going to be around a long time. Dirt's going to be out there longer than me. That dirt will be there much longer than I'm around. It's kind of like, hey, look, I'm showing you that, I'm not a fly-by-night guy. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm presenting a gift that's going to be around for a long time, and it's going to keep giving flowers and vegetables and whatever you want to grow. It is the gift that keeps on giving, and there I was, get shot down for my efforts. This is one of the things that's going in contract renewal. If she signs on to be my wife for another year, she signs a contract year by year. April 30th is contract renewal. If she signs on, that's going to be one of the things that she will learn how to appreciate the value of the things that I provide. Women, I don't know what to tell you. All right. So dirt. Now here's another one. Let me get rid of that. Dirt. Here's another one. Before I switch over to this one, our backyard is coming around. The pool is blue. The grass is green. We're watering it in cycles, so the little dog pee stains of yellow area are going away, because if you set your timers right, you can keep the ground saturated enough. We have 4 dogs, and there will be no pee stains in our yard at all. We learned this from a gardener years ago, and it works. I forget what the cycle is now, but we're getting there. So there's a big, huge, large area that is green grass in the backyard, and she wanted to play croquet. So she gets out there and she's like, oh, you got on Easter, everybody's here. You got to play croquet with all of us. You got to do it. Everybody's doing it. Let's all go play croquet. And I'm like, all right, we'll play croquet. So I get my big fat ass out there and I agree to play croquet. And we're out there in the grass. And of course, everyone says, well, Dad's going to lose. Dad's old. Dad's knees are bad. Dad's a big fat guy who can't, they think that my athletic abilities have diminished. Okay. So I got out there and I'm joking around. I got my stick for a little pull for hitting the goddamn things, and doing the swinging out for doing croquet. I'm like Johnny Bench. I'm playing Steve Garvey, Babe Ruth, and these things. Guess who won the whole thing? All of the talent that was out there was younger than me. I was the oldest person out there. Guess who won? This guy. That's right. I was the green ball. Gen X mom came in second. Gen Z kid was orange with all of his, I'm going to kick everyone's ass. I'm the best athlete in the 4th place. And I didn't just win. I won confidently. I was kind of in the middle of the pack, and then I just started sinking these things, and I was nailing it till I was like 6 strokes ahead. I'm all done, and I'm standing there making fun of everybody. Yeah, this guy won. If you had to put your money on croquet, it'd be this guy, because I haven't played since I was 5 years old. I think the last time I played was 5 or 6. I won then too. I'm pretty sure I did. I mean, it was me. I'm pretty sure I won. Nobody else is around to deny. No, none of you are going to say, no, I was there and you didn't. You weren't there. You don't know. I could totally have won first place at 5 or 6 years old. You have no idea. Maybe I was playing a bunch of 4-year-olds. Oh, didn't think of that, did you? In any case, Hefe won this round, hands down. Made everybody feel bad. I'm gonna show this picture every live stream for the next year all the way to next Easter. Why not? I won. What else is here? All right. I'm doing this one for the ladies. I'm doing this one for the harem because you guys send me these messages going, can we please have a picture of you with Frappuccino, your bunny? Okay, there's me sitting in my chair with my bunny. That's Frappuccino. We call him Frap. That's. I have a towel on him because he claws. He likes to he plays. Once he settles down with me and I'm petting him and stuff, he likes to run around. He'll climb up on my back. He'll go on the back of the chair. He'll run back down here, and he starts clawing like this. And so I gotta have something on there if I can claw right through my shirt. He's a cool bunny, and we hang out. Yes, I make sure that I spend some time with him all the time so he remembers who I am. So, ladies, there was your picture of myself and Frap. So, there was a time when we got a label maker. We didn't get a label maker. My wife got a label maker, and it was a real nice one, real nice label maker. And all of a sudden, within a week, everything in this fucking house had a label on it. I have no idea why. I don't know why. We got along 20 years without a label maker. Now everything has to have a label. Even the label maker had a label on the bottom that said label maker. But everything that she thought needed something, on everything, this is her cup, this is Dad's cup, and everything had a label. And, they don't last, they don't hang up, but everything she could think of, 7,000 labels. All right, well, that phase passed. But what didn't pass was now that she's got this Cricut machine with these presses, you see where it says coffee bar? That used to be blank. It was just a chalkboard. And it was above this coffee bar that I bought for her. And it just said, there was nothing on it. Now, things like this are appearing all over the house. She's decorating, she's cutting, she's pasting, she's peeling, she's putting things. They're everywhere. She's now decided that everything has to have one of these things on because she's got a new toy. So everything's got something labeled on it all the way from beginning to end. It's a mess. All right, let me check with something real quick right here. Let me see where she's at. I don't think. Let's see. Just checking, making sure things are in order, man. Doing my job. I'm doing my job and my wife's job. Why? Because I can. I always wonder if she was on her way home or not. Let's see. Let's look over here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, nope, she's still there. She's still in the deal. All right. So, yeah, now everything did have labels on it because we had a label maker. Now we've got this Cricut contraption, and everything's got a Cricut logo on it. All right. The other thing I want to tell you was about the bad podcast. If you guys heard the podcast, it was starting off pretty good. Pretty solid. A couple things to talk about, a couple things to share, a couple things. We were ganging up, bitching about the kid, as you do as a parent. And then all of a sudden, we got a phone call. And I played like 12 seconds of the phone call in the live stream, or in the podcast, I mean. And the studio that is 90% built has to be completely disassembled and moved. The ground has to be prepared underneath the foundation. The ground has to be prepared to the inspector's liking, which we thought it was. It was solid. It was good. Then he has to inspect the ground. Then they have to build it to this point again. Then he has to inspect it, and then they can put the roof on and the door and be done. Yeah. So now that's not going to take a long time. Tomorrow's Friday. The crew is coming out to disassemble it and fix the ground. They'll call for the inspection. The guy will be out here Monday, and then he'll look at it. If it's what he likes, they'll be out here Tuesday, put everything back the way it was in a day, and then call for the other inspection. The guy will be out probably Wednesday or Thursday, and then they can come out the following Friday and finish it up. They really want to get this done. All right. So that only puts us behind maybe another week from where we are. It's still going to get done. Everything's going in the right order. We are going to take pictures. I'm going to have a time-lapse camera on a tripod out there so that I can play for you guys the entire disassembly, ground inspection, reassembly. I'm just going to do the whole thing. I want you guys to be able to see the whole thing in one time lapse from beginning to end when it's done. So it'll take a little bit. Again, members only. I'm only going to put it up on the subscriber sites. It's only going up on the member site when we're done. That's one of the perks you get for spending a couple bucks for supporting the kids' channel. You get to see stuff like that. Then once it's passed, then we can. I've already done the preliminaries with Lionheart about when he can come, what supplies. We're just a week. We're a week behind on that, and we'll do it. We're still on track. We're still on track, but we're moving in that direction. But that was part of the podcast, and when the phone call came in, one too many things for Gen X mom. She's had 3 or 4 things going on in her head that were bugging her. They're all family related. They're all kid related or family related stuff. And then just hearing the news about the studio, she's like, just one more thing. And she was just kind of done with it. She was not crying on the podcast, but you could hear it in her voice. Those of you who know her told me, said, that's we can hear her. You know, the tears in her eyes. She wasn't bawling, but she was definitely on the way to the tears coming out. You could hear it. And she held it back, but she got quiet in the podcast. I had to talk. There was a little dead air. There was other stuff going on. It didn't turn out the way that any of us wanted it to. And then she just got off the program as quick as she could. So it was bad for sure. It was not a good way for things to go. The chiming that you're hearing behind in the noise, chime, is my daughter is out putting away the rabbits. And every time she walks up there, the chimer goes off in the house. I'm not ignoring the doorbell, and it's just she's doing it right now, and the chimer's going. So if she doesn't go out there anymore, you guys won't hear anymore, and everything will be fine, but that's what it is. But she also has to feed the dogs. If the dogs haven't been fed tonight, then we're going to hear dogs running around because the dogs are going to. Why? Because I'm not in a studio. I'm in the corner of a living room, and that's just what you get. I'm surprised a fire truck hasn't gone by because that's what's next. And then my dogs bark for 3 hours. My dogs bark long after that fire truck has gone to the next county over. My dogs are still barking, but they keep. Oh, did you hear it? There's a fire truck right there. What are the odds? What are the goddamn... hey, if that's not a cause to drink, I don't know what is. Hey, now we're going to go in and out the back door. We'll have the back door chime a bunch of times. All right, I'm loving it. And I don't know where that fire truck went, but now my dogs should start barking, and they'll bark for 20 minutes. The problem is my dogs bark so loud and so much, and there's 4 of them. None of them can tell. They're barking and looking at each other. None of them know the noise is gone. None of them know the siren has quit. None of them can tell the siren's gone on. They just assume the siren's still there, but they can't hear it because they're barking so loud. So they keep barking until I literally go out there and scream at them. Then my dogs stop and they look around like, where'd the siren go? Did you know the siren? I didn't know the siren was gone. Why were we still barking? Maybe that's why Dad's mad. Yeah, you think? Oh, and the way things have been going around here lately. All right, I will drink alone. I don't want to. I've done it before. But you guys are good folks. You guys won't leave me hanging. Here's to you. All right. All right, so the podcast sucked. It wasn't any good. We will probably lose viewership over it. It was a real moment, but real isn't always good. If you guys want to hear the world's worst podcast it'll be from the second half on. If you want to unsubscribe because you think it sucks and you don't want to have to ever waste your time with one like that again, then this is the podcast for you. All right, let me click that one off there. Let me do this. Let me go over here between the sheets and see what I got going on. There's some stuff going on. Lefarious Monster. Sacks hit the first pitch the Dodgers saw in the 1988 for a home run off Dave Dravecki of the Giants on April 4th. There we go. And okay, so Steve Sacks did hit a home run in the first pitch, 1980, off Dave Dravecki. I have met Dave Dravecki. I have. He did a fundraising dinner that I got to be part of. And I sat and got to meet Dave. It was a lot of fun. He's a cool guy. Had a great story. If you guys know Dave, he's missing an arm. You can actually see if you YouTube it. There was a pitch he threw, and he shattered his arm at the pitch. You can hear it. and they had to literally cart this guy off the field. How can you throw a ball so hard you shatter your arm where they have to amputate it? Yes, that happened. Dave Dravecki, really, really good story. The reason I got to hang out with him was through FCA Fellowship of Christian Athletes puts on a big fundraiser for kids going to summer camps and passing out Bibles. And every year they have a celebrity and athlete come in and talk. Dave Dravecki was witnessing. He was a Christian guy, and he had a great sports story, so it fit. Hey, here are my dogs. See him? No siren. No siren. Hear him? There's no siren. This is them just barking at each other, thinking that there was a siren still, and they just kept going. Oh, look, there they go again. There's no siren anymore. And they're not at the wall. They're pointing at each other, just barking at each other. That's how stupid my dogs are. These aren't even my dogs. My dog passed away. My dog was Riley. Okay, this is my daughter's dog, my son's dog, my wife's dog, and then we got this German Shepherd named Reagan that this dog has no human. Nobody ever claimed this dog. Nobody ever buddied up. We had 8 kids, and nobody ever buddied up to this dog. We should have called this dog Eeyore. She runs around trying to find someone to pet me, trying to find someone to love on me. She does her whole, and she's the worst one. She's the one out there fucking barking at nothing right now. I swear to God, if I had a stick, I'd be out there waving it, smacking it around, and she'd still be out there barking. Dumbass dog. Whatever. All right. Where was I? Going over here between the sheets again. We talked about R.D. McGee Films. Hey, I'm wanting to become a lineman. Do you have any work advice that I can take into that field? Yeah, it's tough. My daughter's boyfriend has been trying to become a lineman for 2 years. He has traveled all over. He's traveled to Oregon and Idaho, I think Colorado, taking these tests, taking on, hands-on tests, taking psych evaluation tests, taking big mathematical tests. There's waiting lists to become a lineman. He wants to be one of those guys who they lower from a helicopter out in the middle of the Rocky Mountains to fix those big power lines. You have to be hung from a helicopter to do it. There's no access. He wants to be one of those guys. I think he's finally getting on somewhere in Southern California. It looks pretty promising, but it's very difficult. You have to know a lot. And they only take the top of each class. If they take 200 guys in for a math tests, they'll take the top 3 guys and move them on to the next part. If you're coming in for a truck test, you have to know everything about the truck, every piece of equipment, and show that you know how it works. If they have 100 guys doing that, they take the top 3 guys and move on. It is very, very difficult. So the only thing I'll tell you is be persistent. Never give up and be patient. Go find a job doing something else and keep applying with every single company, because that's what he's been doing for 2 years. But he's going to get it because he's not giving up. Cool guy. My daughter's boyfriend, they will be married someday. He's like a son to me already. I love that kid. Houdini, not many people know that dirt has different tastes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When I tell you I took a mouthful of that dirt, the second I knew right away that was some high-quality H2O. I could tell you. I wasn't lying. I knew what I was talking about. I hate fucks. $10. Gen X mom works hard with the shirt. She's been working hard on trying to make a polo shirt for me. She is going out of her way to get you something special. I don't know where she's at with it, but every now and then she brings it up. You're right. I hate fucks. She's working out, going overtime to make him a one-of-a-kind polo shirt for him, kind of like a staff shirt. I still can't believe she's going out of her way to make one for me. You have no idea the stuff that she's already gotten here and rejected, not coming out how she wants it to. I think she's actually having one custom made for you to your size, your specifications, and she's doing a special, something you'd wear out. It isn't like a big advertisement. It's clean, it's neat. That's the last words I heard. So I don't know if she's got it or it's on its way, but you're right. I can't believe it either. Jesus Christ, doesn't even make me one. In fact, the polo shirt she got me, she wanted me to wear in Vegas with all the staff, was 3 sizes too short. You ever seen the fat kid at the zoo walking around with ice cream on his shirt because his belly's sticking out? That's what I look like walking around Las Vegas. Terry Crow, my wife dug me up some dirt the other day in the backyard, about 6 feet deep of it. She's super nice. I know. My wife did that once too. And it was really weird. When my wife dug that up for me, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting such a nice gesture because literally the day before we were fighting. I mean, really, really fighting and arguing. And the next day she's digging a 6-foot box in the back for me. I can't tell you how nice that was. Good stuff. Trippy Pineapple says, hydrate. Here we go. Oh, that is horrible water. Samuel Patinkin. Samuel Pokemon. Samuel Patinkin. I forgot you live in California where there is 5 times the inspections. There's a lot. Albert Ramirez. Why do you have to explain normal people should know? Well, because, Albert, there are some millennials that watch this show. There are some Generation Z that dial into this program. Now, I don't know if they did it specifically. I'm not sure if it's a punishment and their parents are making them watch the show, or if they just wandered in to the voting booth and haven't figured out how to pull the handle and they're still staring at the screen. I don't know. But I have to go cover the basics. I have to. I got to cover some of that stuff for them. Bobby Bowie, are you from Denver? Why are you a Broncos fan? Well, I was born in Los Angeles, so I was a Los Angeles Rams fan my whole life. But along the way, somewhere in 1976 or 77 Super Bowl, the Denver Broncos were playing the Dallas Cowboys. For some reason, I was enamored with them. Maybe it was the Orange Crush uniforms. They lost the Super Bowl to the Cowboys, but I have been a fan ever since, which became a real easy thing to transition to because the Rams left me. They jilted me like a wife that ran off with someone else, and they moved to St. Louis. And during that time, I was a huge Broncos fan because I've been a Broncos fan anyway. When the Rams came home, we kissed and made up. I built them a big house at their new stadium. They won me a ring. We get along great now. However, I've never given up my mistress, my girlfriend, the Denver Broncos, since I was 10. There's your answer. Whew! All right, let me see one more thing. Let me check the pictures. One more. Be sure I didn't forget something about broadcast. Remember 2 minutes, best bar ever. Rumble. No, I think we got it all. All right, you guys, I got to go. With the help of KG Texas, $2. Mrs. T says hello. Mrs. T, lovely. Thank you for saying hello. I got to go. I've done this. I think Trippy's been in here because he's been helping out. His name's come across there a few times. All the moderators in blue have been doing their job. I will say some stuff to pay the bills. Give me a second. But Ashley, Mrs. Big Rig, Ashley's been in my ear. She's been wonderful. She's been helpful. She's been guiding me through the sheets, as all women need to do. Guiding me through the sheets is the only way that I achieve success. I just can't do it on my own for some reason. Barry Dano, our favorite guy to ship to in Canada, been in business 30 years. Guessing the bottom dirt you got was sandy loam. Good stuff, unlike topsoil, no grass or weed seed in it. Yeah, that was the point, to get something that didn't have any seed in it from anything or any, the first 6 inches of pesticide. No, not me. I dodged all those bullets. Okay. So Discord is chat rooms. Make sense? Everybody know what a chat room is? Discord is just chat rooms, and these are adult chat rooms, no children allowed. It's free. You just go in there, and it's got category. The rooms are all listed. If you need help getting around in there, go see Lionheart. He is the Discord overlord, the chat room overlord. Trippy Pineapple is one of his minions that runs around solving all the problems that he takes credit for, as he should. But if you guys want to go there, that's where we hang out between live streams. That's where all of us go when you're off work and you got some time to kill. You scroll through. There's all kinds of fun stuff. All the rooms are labeled. You want to talk about guns. You want to talk about food. You want to talk about memes and pictures. You want to talk about, there's a main chat room, just what's going on. It's a lot of fun because it's like-minded people. You don't even have to participate. You can just log in and go read everything if you want to. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. So you go check that out. It's a lot of fun. Plus, we go in there Monday nights and we watch a movie together. Trippy Pineapple broadcasts a movie, usually an 80s movie or so, most of the time, and we all hang out. We just watch it. There's also video chat rooms where there's 10, 12, 20 of us sometimes on a screen, and we're all just talking and having a good time. It's low-key, low pressure, but it's a lot of fun. Discord. I'm sure someone on the staff is putting up the Discord link, but you should go there. You should really check it out. It's low pressure. It's not busy like what teenagers are into. No, this is Generation X style. It's a lot of fun. make sure you guys go check out Rumble. Even if you don't do anything, Low Torque is the biggest crybaby we have on staff. He's trying to get his Rumble numbers up. I know, I promised him some sort of a bonus. I don't even remember what it was because I lied. He's not getting any sort of a bonus. He's not even going to get a kick in the ass. He just thinks that if he tries really hard and gets his numbers up, someone's going to give him a little pat on the head and rub his tummy. We'll let Trippy do that. But he is trying really hard. So if you want to help Low Torque out, just go to Rumble and at least get a Rumble account. Log in where you can poke your way around and see stuff. If you don't look at anything on Rumble but Gen X Talk stuff, great. Because like I told you, Low Torque is stealing some of the stuff before it comes out on YouTube, before it comes out on Facebook. He's stealing it and putting it up there a day or two or three ahead of time. I don't know if you get notifications. Perhaps you do. There's one up right now that he told me, you can't put it up till after Saturday, man. You got to hold off till Saturday. Well, I'm probably not, but it's a nice thought. I mean, sentiment's there. So you guys want to see some early stuff, that'll be a place to go. I don't know. Low Torque's got a hard-on about building up Rumble and doing a good job. He's doing an excellent job of it. He's just not getting any thanks. He's not getting any reward. So if somebody's in there, leave a comment for him. Tell him he's doing a good job. Make him feel good. All right. That is a promotion from the janitor status where he was. That is for sure. Have I covered everything? We talked about the stuff on the podcast. We talked about the shed. We talked about things we're doing. Saturday, this is Thursday, so tomorrow morning we have the World Show. Going to be a good World Show, 10 o'clock right here on YouTube. 10 o'clock in the morning, Los Angeles time. Yeah, got to see us there. And then at 6 o'clock will be a Facebook show, a garage Facebook show. We take an hour, wander around the garage. Anytime, what happened last time was my wife had the camera say, hey, someone wants to see what was that deal over there and tell us about it. So we'd take the camera, we'd walk over there, oh, this thing right here, and then we talk about it. For some reason, people had a fascination with the fact that I had a Ford LTD 8-track player screwed to my roof, my ceiling. I want to talk about it. All right, you want to talk about it? Well, go ahead. There's lots of stuff to talk about. Or if I'm actually doing a project with the kid, if there's something we're working on at the time, if there's something we're trying to do, we'll show you how that goes. Don't expect any of these to be tutorial videos. None of I guarantee there's going to be, you're not doing that right. You're not, your angle isn't right. Yeah, fuck off. These aren't tutorials. I'm not putting up there for your, for your expertise opinion to come in here and fucking berate me. Shut the fuck up. Maybe I want to get hurt. Maybe I want it to blow up in my face. Maybe I want to lose a finger. Do you ever think of that? So if you're going to come to those live streams and critique what I'm doing, don't bother. There will not be a faster way to me find out where you live and come knock on your door and poke you in the eye, like the Three Stooges, than to tell me I'm doing my job wrong. There is no wrong. In my garage, it's the right way, the wrong way, and my way. Guess which way we do it? That's right. Whichever way my wife tells me. All right, moving on. I got to go. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. Mad Jeep for $2. Is there anybody out there? Pink Floyd, there is. I got to go. I got to get out of here. She's going to be on her way home soon, and I still got to put away the stripper poles and pick up all the glitter from the strippers that were here earlier. So I got to go. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you had an hour and a half to waste, thank you for choosing to waste it with us here at Gen X Talks. We do appreciate it. We do. Thank the moderators. Let Gen X Mom know that you missed her. Send her an email, something, genxmom@genxtalks.com. And remember, thank you for listening anywhere around the planet. Wherever you go, there you are. AM, FM, Sirius XM, or somewhere on the Armed Service Radio Network. We do appreciate you. We love you guys. We do. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I gotta go.